morning, and my name is Ruiz. I'm 16 years old. I was born in Mexico City, where I lived for 11 years. When I came to the U.S., it was really different. I didn't know any English. My first time in school, in a school in Iowa and in the U.S. was really difficult and overwhelming because I didn't know any English. But what was the worst was the other Spanish speakers, students, did not want to help me. And the English speaker students ignored me. I was 11 in 6th grade in a Des Moines school and did not have an English newcomer program. There was a Spanish interpreter who was only available for science class once a week. Once a week. The person that helped me the most was an associate who tried very hard to communicate with me using pictures and hand signals because she does not speak my native language. No matter how hard I tried, I still did not understand the assignments, and I got my first failing grades that I have ever had. My parents got me a dictionary, which I would never forget, that small $5 dictionary that they got me at Walmart. And I would translate word by word to Spanish and then try to understand and do the assignment in Spanish, then translate it back to English. But since Spanish does not translate well to English, it would not translate correctly. My English word would not be right and it would be completely wrong. And I would get my paper back with an F. I would feel depressed and disappointed on myself and go home at night and just cry. This went for about 6 months. Then I moved and transferred schools to the West Des Moines district. After I moved, things went better because I learned more in those 3 months than in the 6 months of my old school. In the past few years, I have been able to be involved in my classes because of how much my English has improved. Moving to the U.S. was probably one of the best decisions in my life. I'm very proud of how much I have learned, and I hope that you guys hear my story and understand ESL students and try to engage with them because they're afraid to talk to you. It's way easier if you guys try to talk to them than us talking to you. Thank you for listening to my story, but we have one more, and that is Stevens.
All right. My name is Steven Wonbenyakeh Jr., and I'm from Africa, West Africa, from a little country called Liberia, right on the coast. And I've been here for a year and 6 months, and I'm pretty excited to be here with you guys. But my experience actually is based around cultural assimilations and things like that. But when it comes to speaking English and everything, my country is an English-speaking country, so I didn't bother much with English. But then, when it came to relating to other people around me, like the environment around me, it was very difficult because coming from a country with different perspective, different background, different tradition and culture, it was kind of difficult interacting with people and getting to know new people. My first day at Valley High School, the first word and the only word that I could hear from people around me for like 1 month was, "Are you new?" Or, "Where are you from? How long have you been here? Do you speak English? How do you like it here so far?" And questions like that. Every day I would go home asking myself these questions over and over and again, and I figured out that these questions, they were meant for a self-evaluation for my own state of being, and they actually helped me a lot. But then I got to realize that getting to get adjusted to the culture with the people and with the whole thing of diversity is very difficult, and that's one of the big issues that I faced. But over the past 8 months, I've realized that I've learned a lot, and by getting involved and by getting to know new people and getting to do different new things. And you won't believe that right now I'm in the Valley High School concert choir, and we do a lot of singing. It was pretty new for me seeing about 150 kids in the choir, and it was like a big bump to me. But then I went through it. I knew that I was not putting myself in something good, but they turned out being good, and there were lots of nice people there. But then, on the overall, it wasn't a bad experience for me, but it was also not a pleasant one, though. But I would say that everything turned out to be good, and over the past year and a half, I've learned a lot being a student here in America and at Valley High School. And that's my story. I hope it meant something to you. I hope you took that one thing that makes sense to you, and you can use it to help other students who are new to get adjusted to the culture and the tradition. Thank you. Last day we were told by Jack and Ian that there's going to be time for questions. So if anybody has any question, personal question about country or whatever, you can just ask it for it.
What's your favorite thing about
Really, I would say the good environment, the good living condition. Because from where I came from, my country, going through 14 years of civil war, a very, very bad economic crisis right now. So
Mine was the opportunities that we had. Like when I was in school, we would have a really small classroom with 2 different grades. So first grade, second grade, and then 3rd grade, 4th grade. And we didn't have outside activities. So that was the biggest thing. School, learning. Any other questions?
So looking back on your experiences, what do you feel would have made your transition easier within your schools?
I think that because right now there's a great ESL program, and I want to recognize my current ESL teacher, Mrs. Joanna. And that ESL program in my school has helped a lot. It helped new kids to get adjusted, and instead of just taking them and putting them right with English speaker, I think it's much better that they can stay in that ESL program for quite a while, and that itself has been a big boost for us.
Besides the ESL programs, it's the help that the teachers have given us. If the first 6 months that I got here, they weren't very pleasant. I wouldn't understand what they were telling me, but I could understand their body language. So there was, I think, one teacher that would like look at me as if I was dumb and be like, "You don't know," like, you know, like that feeling is awful to go through it. And just if teachers were more understanding towards what we're going through, because they don't know like the pain that we're going through.
Okay, if no other question, thank you for the few questions that you asked, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.